now. I've clicked recording. Okay. All right.
Perfect. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm so sorry. I'm not. I have personal bias for Zoom. I prefer Google Meet because user interface is easy. All these things. Apologies. Okay. So thank you for joining, and I'm really grateful that you found it worthy for me to come to be in your midst today and share my personal experience. Just checking, can everyone hear me clearly?
Yes. Yes.
For me,
Okay,
I can hear you.
okay, all right, thank you. Okay,
Yeah, you clearly.
okay, thank you, great, great. So let me start with how I joined Nexford, the things that I did, and some personal things that also helped me to do the things that I did at the university. So first is uh, I've been in an online university before, and it wasn't a great experience. So I pulled out. I was in one online university like that, and we were paid $100 per course, and there are 40 courses also. So there are 40 courses. You're paying $100 per course. My grades were bad because it wasn't just so okay. So I put out from there. I think because I failed there, and when I stumbled on Nexford, I saw it as an opportunity. So when I failed in that first university, so I saw Nexford as an opportunity where I can build, I can work on my experience, the things the knowledge and the experience I've already acquired in the previous university. Although I didn't stay in that one for long, it was in and out, in and out. I stood there, I was there for like maybe 8 months. And all the money that I paid, I lost it. I paid almost 1,000 US dollar there too. Thinking about 10 courses, but it wasn't a pleasant experience. So when I saw Next Ford, and I saw that I can take any number of courses that I'm capable of between 3 and 4. So I realized that I could start things and I could complete my studies as soon as I can. That everything depends on me. Okay, so these are the things that I did. Let me share with you my personal tips. Um, so the first course is BUS 1100. It's more like a personal reflection. You will have to do you have to do a SWOT analysis of your own life, your academics, your career, your business, your dreams, your family goals. It's like having a reflection, personal reflection of your own life. You see things that you are good at, things that you need improvement on. And from there, you now draft goals that how do you close the gaps? How do you eliminate your weaknesses? How do you build on your strength and create opportunity for yourselves? So I will advise that the first course, which is BUS 1100, that uh, you be honest with yourself because I can tell you I have been doing SWOT analysis, but the day that I saw that one, I need to be honest with myself because I don't want to, I'm not going to lie to anyone. So I sat down, I reflected, then I realized that not having bachelor's degree is hampering my own career growth. It was during that SWOT analysis. I've been doing SWOT analysis before in places where I've worked to solve operational problems. And sometimes you just go straight to the point. But this one, I had to sit down and I had to think deeply. So when I did that SWOT analysis, I realized that I have a gap and that because Nextfold allows uh, each learner to complete their own education at their own pace. So I saw that the ball was in my court and that I am the one in charge to know when I want to finish, when I want to complete my studies, if I want to be at Nextfold for 4 years or I want to stay there for just 1 year. That the box stops with me, everything rests with me. So in that moment, I had that inspiration of uh, responsibility, that I am personally responsible for my academic performance, owing to the fact that somebody can complete his or her studies at his or her own pace. Okay, so that then when I did that analysis, I was sober, but at the same time I was very eager to, to close the gaps. I was super, I used to listen to there's this man, there's Brown. He's an African American. Uh, he's a great guy. He's a motivational speaker. So he will say in his word, he will say, "You have to be hungry. You got to be hungry. Like you need to be hungry. Like you need to eat some food." So I was super hungry. Like, hey, I need to get this thing done. And okay, just checking. Can you hear me? Can you all hear me?
Perfectly.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay,
Yes, we
okay,
can hear
great.
you.
Okay, thank you. So I'm also in the UAE, and the country is doing Expo. And the Expo, they started it last October and it will last till March this year, 6 months. So when I started in November 2020, I was like, oh, if I can finish my bachelor's degree, then before the expo finishes, then I have my bachelor's degree, I can have prospect for a better job. I can use my bachelor's degree to apply for another job. So that was also part of my drive. That was one of those things I was looking up to, like, hey, if I could quickly get this thing, and the work I'm currently doing, the contract, so it's usually based on contract. So contract will finish in 2 years. It's almost every 2 years, but now they've changed it to 3 years. So my own second year will round up soon. So I was like, if I can get the bachelor's degree, then I can apply for another job, which is far better. Although previously I have national diploma in mechanical engineering, but that doesn't even count here as well. But that it counted in Nigeria, but when I go here, it was zero. So I like, okay, I was racing. So I was racing like, hey, I need to hurry up so that if I finish this contract, I would have something else on my hand to apply for a better job. So that was also part of my drive. Then when I did the analysis, so I saw the gaps. Then in the same course, we were asked to draft our goals, long-term goals, short-term goals, near-term goals. So we were asked to draft those goals, and the instruction on that question is like they help you to break down your long-term goals into mid-term goals and then into short-term goals. So one of the things, so when they say short, long-term goals, they said things you want to get done in like 3 or 5 years. Your midterm, maybe 1 year or 2 years, and your near term, like now, that things you want to get done after like 3 or 6 months time. So I broke those things down and I said, okay, I remember one of the things that I wrote in my short term goal is that I can't remember. I think I said I want to get grade. I want to get an A grade in my course in the short term. Like when I take a course, I want to get get an A grade rather, or a good number, a good grade. I think I'm not sure. Maybe I was specific or not. I ain't sure. But they were smart goals. They were smart goals. So now I put in there. I put in my goals that I also want to make sure that I pay my tuition fee every month. Because I also want to make sure that I don't have to delay my academics. Like, hey, I don't have money. Sorry, I'm taking leave of absence. I'll come back in 3 months. No. So it was also part of my goal that I secure my 80, no, my $90 actually. So they charge me $90 consistently. So that part of my goal was also to make sure that I have $90 ready every month for me to pay. So I will not have to get dismissed or take leave of absence. So that was it. Then, then, then I now developed a mindset. So other thing that I did, I developed a mindset that my academics will be my second job. Okay, so I just said that this is gonna be my second job. And once I come back from work, I'm moving in here straight down. Like uh, I'm checking into the classes. All right. So, but before I joined Nexford, I already secured a laptop. So I bought a laptop that was 4 gig RAM, and there's Wi-Fi here, unlimited Wi-Fi. There's electricity, not like Nigeria. Sorry, apologies, but I've been in Nigeria for some decades. The experience wasn't pleasant. And time is predictable, so things are predictable here. There's also no traffic on the road. You know that once you go to work at this time, you will spend X time on the road and you'll be at home by this time, or just within a tolerance of like 15 minutes. So you can plan things out. Okay, so you can plan things out like I know I'll be at home by 3 p.m., 4 p.m. Then I already thought that okay, once I get home, I'll have my shower, I'll eat, I'll rest a little, then I'll pick my laptop. So those things happen consistently. So you can plan. So that was also a part of the things that also helped me. Um, so I developed a mindset that my job, my academics should be my second job. Like immediately I'm back from work, I'm picking my laptop. So okay, so that one I developed that mindset, and then I was able to secure a room where I had the privilege to be reading there. There were few people, there are very few people in the room. It's like a dinner room where people, a lot of people come in and eat. So, but not everyone usually come. So, guess what? There are just benches there, benches and tables made of wood, and I will sleep on those benches. I tell you, for months. I ignore my bed. I ignore my bed completely in the room. I left my bed in the room. I'll be here. I'll be here in the dining room with my laptop and my books and my phone and headphone. You know, some of my friends who are here with me working, they have no idea what I was doing, but I didn't tell anybody. Okay, so this one, I give you this one. This is personal to me, but I usually use it. I have a belief that uh, if you're working on something that's really important, it's okay to just keep quiet about it. Uh, because negative energy comes from outside. When you tell people you want to get something done, you don't know. Somewhere, somehow, something will just happen in your mind. But for me, it happens like I may just lose interest or something just happen. I won't just get that thing. So I was quiet. I'll just be looking at them. I won't say anything. I'll tell them, okay, I'm doing a course online, but I'll still tell them I'm doing a course and I'm not hiding my laptop. They can see my laptop. But I didn't tell them specifically that hey, I'm in a university and I'm taking courses. I just tell them, oh, I'm taking one course online. So I kept that to myself. So if that works for you, I would advise you do it. If it doesn't, it's okay. But I want to let you know that outside energy throws off goals. Outside energy. When you tell people, when you talk about this, you want to get done too much. When you talk about there's high tendency that it will not work out. This personal to me it might not be true to you. All right. So I did that. I was fine with myself. And I will come here. Sometimes we'll get home 4 p.m. Once I have my bath, so I used to sleep in the bus. Okay, so my transportation hour is like uh, uh, to and fro is like 2 hours. 2 hours from work, so it's like 2 hours. So if we're going to work in the morning, that's when I'll have time to sleep sometimes. And if we're coming back from work in the afternoon, that's when I'll have time to sleep in the bus. So I'll force myself, I'll make sure that I sleep because once I get home, I don't sleep again. So once I get home, the energy that my body has already received from the sleep, I will use it after I had shower and I ate. So I'll just go to my laptop. Other people will be sleeping in the room. They'll sleep. Like, but we have different things we're working on, so I didn't blame them. So, but I'll pick my laptop. I'll come here and I will read. I'll keep studying, not 100% concentration because sometimes I'll be checking Facebook and Gmail and YouTube and CNN and all of that, and checking things that are going on around the world. So, but I will still make sure that I keep my eyes in the class. And so when I'm doing that and I feel tired, I'm just going to sleep on the bench. I will sleep. I will sleep here in the dinner room on the bench with my book as my pillow, with my diary as my pillow. When I wake up, sometimes, so my body kind of adjusted to like 2 hours of sleep or 3 hours of sleep maximum. So within that 2 hours or 3 hours, I will wake up by myself. And sometimes it will be in the middle of the night when everyone else is sleeping. So once I woke up, I will look at my books again. I will look at the laptop again. I'll keep on reading again. I'll keep on reading. I'll keep on reading. Sometimes I will read. I'll be with my. I'll be busy with my studies, and I'll be so tired. I'll be
Hey,
like,
Paul.
okay,
So,
yeah.
hi, Paul. Sorry for cutting you short. It looks like some people are in the lobby. You might want
Oh,
to accept them.
okay,
Yes.
okay, okay, okay. Sorry. Okay, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, said. Okay, I think they are coming. Okay, can I continue?
Yes, please. As soon
Okay,
as you're done. It looks like Charles Wilson has a question. It looks
okay,
is raising up his hand.
okay.
Okay, I'm so sorry. Huh? It's not like I have a question, but I lost you for like about 5 minutes. I logged out mistakenly. I don't know if you can just quickly do a recap of all that you've said, please.
Okay, no problem. Okay, all right.
I think that would be taking us back. You get it through the recording.
Uh,
Okay, so Paul has not finished his
I thought
thoughts. So
we
I
are
would advise
recording
that,
it.
yeah, so I will advise Paul continue with his thoughts while people go back to the recordings. So I
Yeah.
think it's fine
Exactly.
like that.
You should go to the record.
Yeah.
And don't take him back to where he started. You should continue from where he stopped.
okay, all right, all right. So I'll continue. All right. So, so it was hard. I can tell you it was hard, but I was so determined, and I can tell you that you can also get it done too. So, all those things are just like I discipline myself. They were personal to me, and some things are within my control, like electricity. I don't have to worry about charging my laptop and internet. But I think where I actually suffered myself is sleep, in the area of sleep. Any chance that I have, if I'm not working and I'm not in the room and I'm not at home reading, if I'm not working and I'm not at home reading, I'll be sleeping. So if I see 5 minutes to sleep, I'll make sure that I sleep. If I see 10 minutes to sleep, I'll make sure that I sleep. If I see 1 hour to sleep, I'll make sure that I sleep. So sometimes I would have read and I say, okay, I'm going to wake up for 5 a.m. so that I can get ready and go to work. But sometimes I will sleep off till after 6, 7 o'clock. I'm like, oh my gosh. And once that happens, I'll get a pay cut. So I'll get a pay cut if I don't. But it was still good because it gave me flexibility. Sometimes I can decide that I would rather lose the money for the day. Somebody waiting. I'd rather lose the money for the day. Okay, I've accepted it. So I'd rather lose the money for the day than to lose not finishing my assignment. So sometimes I'll deliberately stay at home and say, okay, I'm focusing on my assignment. So now my academics became number one, priority one to my job. And my job was number two. I said, no, I need to do this. Okay, so I did that. I disciplined myself. Other things that were also practical that I did. So after that, after the SWOT analysis and goal settings, okay, I had a discussion with my success advisor that can I have a plan, a tentative plan of what my courses will look like. So she designed two for me where I can take. She designed she designed two tables for me, Camille Rivera. She said where the first one I can take two courses in a month or per term, maybe two courses per 2 months or three courses per 2 months. So that was her design. So she designed those courses for me. And I think it is necessary that if would advise that you should also try and use that template because the way she designed the course is like uh, they were interconnected. Okay, so it's like there are some courses that are really hard. I tell you that thank God I did. So it's like she put some courses before. She put some courses that are a little bit easy. She put them in the starting phase of my learning courses. Then the hard ones she pushed them in the back. I liked it that way. I liked it that way. So so she designed that. So I will always look at that table every day. Like, okay, this month, how many courses am I taking? Three courses, okay. Once I finish this one, then next month, how many courses are there? 3 months again, three courses, okay. So you should have a bird eye view, a 360-degree view of all the courses that you want to take and tell them to tabulate it. Tell your success advisor to tabulate your courses, all the courses that you will take, so that every month or every 2 months, as far as you want to complete your studies, you will look at it. You know that. So you already even before like now, if I'll be taking a course in February, I already know the number of courses I'll be taking. I already have their names. So I'm already looking at it. It's already sitting in my conscious mind. Like, so I'm already taking up that responsibility that, hey, Paul, there's something waiting for you in February. And so that mindset already so that already created a mindset in me that I don't talk to people. I can't talk to people anyhow. I don't waste my time. You won't find me sitting down watching movies or going out. I don't go out. I hardly go out. And I tell you, there was one time I downloaded a movie that I wanted to watch it. And it was that day, I'm like, oh, today I'm going to watch this movie. It was on my laptop. Could you believe I didn't watch it until like 6 weeks. Until 6 weeks. So nothing else. 6 weeks after I downloaded it, even though I was so agitated that day when I downloaded that I was going to watch it, but it didn't happen. So the thing is, my academics became priority one. Okay, let me say my health, because sometimes if I fall sick, if I'm having a headache or I'm having running nose, so I'm having high body temperature, I'll just look and say, hey, 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 Paul, chill, chill, chill. Don't break down yourself. So sometimes I take break for like 2 days if I'm really weak, like so tired, I can't I find it hard to eat when my body is not feeling very well. So I will take a break. I don't go down marathon, full marathon like that. So I'll take a break. I'll take a break and I'll make sure that once my body is okay, then I resume. Okay, now, so I have those course templates designed for me. Uh, then I look at them. Okay, now the other thing that I do is once I open the course, there are a lot of ungraded assignments, that you won't get any score for them, even if you like write 10,000 pages. Your professor will just say, okay, did well, no reward, but it will help you to answer the ones that are graded. That's what they said. And I found it to be true as well because I attended it one time or two times, but I realized that that was not adding value. That why do I need that? Why do I need that? I won't get any score for you. Why do I need to invest my time, sitting down, reading the course material, and answering the questions that will not be graded? So those ungraded assignments, I don't go there at all. And because there are no penalties, they won't penalize you. So you don't have to answer all of them. It's only the ones that are graded 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are the ones that I focus on. Okay. All right. Then so I do that. Now, I also want to let you know that the course material, sometimes I have to read them like 3 times or 4 times before I understood them. Okay, so don't worry if you're studying and it doesn't seem like you're really getting it. It's okay. It's okay. You can relax a little, or or sometimes you can do this. So if there's a concept in text, in wordings that is kind of hard to understand, you can find the keyword there and put it on YouTube video and say, I want to watch. Most of the times, I took some courses where you know, there were finance courses. I have science background. I did science in secondary school, and I studied mechanical engineering in national diploma at Polytechnic Ibadan in Nigeria. So it's my first time coming to finance or business, things like this. So there are some concepts there like, hey, like, geez, this is scary. So, but I'll copy the keywords. So what I will do is I'll copy the keywords, put it on YouTube, like somebody who have explained it. So it always seems better for somebody to talk to you, to teach you verbally. If you are finding some of those course materials really hard, like you're spending a lot of time trying to understand it, just find the keyword, copy it on YouTube, watch a YouTube video, listen to 2 or 3 persons. Just between 2 or 3 minutes, you will grab it. Trust me, that works for me. Okay, so that works for me a lot. So 2 or 3 minutes, just watch 2 or 3 videos. You have the knowledge of what they're actually talking about in case you encounter that. So I usually do that. And then the other thing I do analysis. So I also do analysis of my own uh, courses. So sorry, let me do something. You just give me 1 minute. Just give me a few seconds. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, great. Thank you. Thank you. So, so there are other things I also do. So, if I find a concept hard to understand, I'll watch a YouTube video. Then I'll do analysis. So, I learned this when I was writing jam in Nigeria. Okay, so you should focus on your strength. Focus on your strength and start small. Okay, so it's like if you have a mountain to climb, okay, start from the feet or from the foot of the mountain. You want to climb a mountain, you should start at the feet of the mountain. Okay, start there. That means you should start with the simple task first. Start with the simple task, then progress. And as you're moving up, the courses will be, it could be becoming, the questions could be becoming tougher. It's okay. So, but the simple, the simple questions that you have already answered earlier, they will help you to quickly understand what you need to do. So don't go and don't if you are attempting to climb a mountain, don't go to the peak first. Don't just jump to the peak. Start with a simple one. So if you have questions like your module one, module two, module three, module four, module five, and final project. Okay. So if you have a course like that, if you have that's how all the courses are designed. So don't jump when you have a course, don't jump and start with module three that you want to answer question in module three, or you want to answer question in module five first. That's the one like no. Start with module one. Module one, answer all the questions in module one, assignment module one, answer all the assignments. Okay, answer all the questions. Then go to module two, then go to module three, go to module four, module five, then because in the final project, most time in the final project comprises of modules three and five. Sometimes you just have to do a review of modules three and five. Okay, then you do your final project. So if you just started like you just started February now, February 1, your new course is loaded. Bam. And once they loaded, you're already looking at day one, February 1, 2022. You're already looking at final project. Hey, let me look at the question day. Oh, hey, this question. Hey, no, don't do that. Okay, start with assignment module one. Start with that one. It's okay like that. So finish that one. Module two also finish it. Now modules two and four, I consider them bonus because they are discussion forum. Okay, they are discussion forum rather. So, discussion. You have discussion with your other learners in class. So you should take that seriously because you can get a lot of marks there. So if you answer the question, what you need to do, what the only thing you just need to do with the modules 2 and 4 is pick a concept in the course material and explain it to your fellow learners. Then make sure that you reply to about three other posts. Okay, three other comments from your other learners. Make sure that you respond to them. Okay, because if you do that, you should be getting like at at worst maybe 93 or 95. Worst case scenario 90% for that module 2 and 4. So you already know. So if I as I am now, if I open a course and I saw discussion forum, module 2 discussion forum, module 4 discussion forum, I know that this one is a bonus for you. So I just know that what I need to do is find a concept, understand it. You don't have to study all the course materials. This is what I do for modules 2 and 4. You don't have to study all the course materials. Just find a concept there, understand it, then teach your fellow learners as well. Post something for them. Then read their own posts and comment or ask them questions at least 3%. Do that at least 3%. If you do that, worst case scenario should be 90%, and best case scenario you can get 95, 96. Okay. Now the other thing is citation. Citation was a little bit harmful to me because I found it I struggled to understand the APA format. The APA format, and they will tell you it's edition 7. There are different editions. So put it on YouTube if you need to watch. I tell you, there is. So every time I want to do referencing the APA format, I'll always go to Google. Same question I'll type on Google. How to cite a document in APA format, edition 7. I mean 7th edition. So if I have an assignment now, I will type it on Google. I will see how they did it. I will do it like that. If I have another assignment now, so I'm telling you that I go there repeatedly. Now I didn't even, I just know that once I just need it, I just put on Google. Okay, just put it on Google and check the format and just apply the format. Okay, so do that also. Citation is also key because your professor, sometimes my professor will tell me, oh, Paul, well, you answered the question very well, but I'm taking 5% off because your citation format was wrong or you didn't cite. Oh my gosh. So that's one thing. So learn about it. Study is APA format 7th edition. I don't know if they changed it, but that's the one they recommended for us. Okay, so use citation. Then now, okay, let me pause here. If somebody has something to say, I will go on with the other things to share. So I just want to take, I want to listen to you if you have something anyone wants to say.
Hi, Paul.
Hello, Mr. Nicholas.
Yeah, thanks. You've really said a lot, and of course, I see that you've gone through what most of us are going through presently. You've passed through that level, and it's an experience for me personally and everyone here. I want to appreciate you basically for that courage, that persistence that you had, and it has helped you, which of course I have learned from it today. It's a good one. It's a good one. It's a good one. Sometimes, for me as well, I also appreciate the fact that you talked about reaching out to success advisor to be able to arrange or plan our learning pace for us, and that's one of the things I've also seen that has helped me, and I know that it's helping a lot of people here as well who are able to do more than one course,
Yeah.
2 courses, or 3 courses in a month. And of
Yeah.
course, we all want to finish very, very, very quick,
Yes.
and that's the reason why we are here. So I think I've really gotten 1 or 2 things from what you said so far, and it's good.
Okay.
Thanks a lot. Yeah.
You're
So I don't know if
welcome.
anybody has questions or contributions.
Yes, then after this one person, then I'll continue. Okay, go on.
Okay.
I have a
Hello.
question too. Just a little one though. You said something about having issues with the APA format.
Yes.
Same thing to me. Same thing applies to me.
Okay.
I've been struggling with that very thing.
Okay.
So how did you say you overcame it?
Okay. So I will say just open YouTube, www.youtube.com, or if you have the application, then type in the search box APA format 7th edition. How do I cite a document in an APA format 7th edition? You might have to watch up to like 2 or 3 videos to understand it there. Yes. So that's how I overcame it. Now, if you want, anytime you want to cite, I think you should always check it. That's what I said, that every time if I have 200 assignments, I'll watch YouTube video 200 times, because it's something that I cannot even say, okay, I on that, like, this is the way it is. Like, it's a format. I always forget the format. So I always go back to YouTube video or check a Google document to look at the format. So I'll just follow the format. Alas. So I'll just follow the format, like this format. So I don't get a chance to memorize it. So I will always go back. So if you have 4,000 assignments, if I have 4,000 assignments, I will watch the YouTube video 4 times, 4,000 times, to make sure that I get it right every single time. It's something that I cannot memorize. So you have to watch that YouTube video and say you want to see a sample. Download the sample, compare the sample with your own. Okay, that's what I did that worked out for me.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank
You're,
you so much.
you're welcome.
Okay.
Okay.
Good evening, Mr.
Yes,
Paul, once
ma'am.
again.
Good evening, Madam.
My name is Marianne.
Thank you.
My name is
Welcome.
Marianne Amorotoa.
Okay. You're
Thank you
welcome.
so much
You're
for
welcome.
your time. Thank you for all you've done for us. And we are really encouraged by your scores and your success story so far.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for setting the pace for us. And as you
Thank
said, that if you can do it,
Yeah.
we can do even better.
Yes.
So thank you for the encouragement. I
You're
have
welcome.
1 or 2 questions for you here.
Okay, go on.
Okay, I noticed um, from your results,
Yes.
you were doing like 3 to 4 courses in a
Yes.
month.
Yes.
So I want to know, do you really read through all the resources in each module, or there's a way you cut short some information to meet up?
Mm.
And then that's my number 1 question.
Okay. Okay.
Secondly, you talked about how we can get to meet our success advisors
Yes.
and tell them to give us the cheaper courses first,
Mm.
and then later, maybe as we progress, they can
Yes.
introduce the harder ones.
Exactly.
So I really want to know how possible it is if
Okay.
we can talk to those guys and then
Mm.
influence the what they send to us.
Okay.
Is it possible?
Yes, it is. It is. Okay. Okay, so now 2 questions. Right.
Yes, it's actually 3, but you can answer
Okay.
the 2.
First, okay, all right, all right, all right. So first question is, so I mentioned that if I open a course and I saw module 2 and module 4, I saw it as discussion forum. I already know that that's a bonus for me. So in those modules 2 and module 4, I tell you, I can sit down in 1 hour and finish it. The two of them. So I'll just sit down. So I'll just look at the exactly like what you mentioned. Like, do I cut corners with the course materials? Like, do I just look at maybe a few of them, then throw away the rest? Of course, I wouldn't have to read 100% of the course materials from modules 2 and 4. I'll just look at one of the concepts. So it's a smart thing to do. A smart thing to do. So that's what I said. So if you open your course and you saw modules 2 and 4, you saw that the both of them are discussion fora. So just look for a concept in module 2, understand the concept, then teach your fellow learners in a post, or type what you understood to them. So teach them in a post, then make sure that you respond to their own post or comment as well, like three of them or two of them. Minimum two, maximum. Maybe maximum, there's no maximum, but you can.
Okay,
Maybe-
that's if the assignment is
Yes,
a graded assignment, right?
yes,
But if it
yes.
is not, you can work up pass.
Yes, please don't.
Oh,
Okay, don't let me say I'm begging you, but I don't think it's not adding value now.
yeah,
Even if you wrote 20,000 words, nobody's going to give you
exactly.
1%. Don't go there. I don't go there. I don't look at it at all. Sef. I don't even open it.
Well, for me as well, I don't do ungraded. I don't know. I don't do ungraded questions. I'm sorry. I don't waste my time on them. Yes,
Exactly.
I don't.
Initially, I was doing it myself. Initially,
Yeah,
my
Good
success,
Samaritan.
Exactly. I used to do.
no,
I
my
think
brain, the hurts.
just like you said, if
I
it
know
helps
that.
us in
I
the
know that.
bedroom.
Harrison does it too. Is Harrison on the call?
Ah,
So see, it was you and Harry that made me to stop it.
Harrison,
when
I
you
don't
guys,
do it. No, 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 no,
when
no.
you guys fired me, I was like, what is this? What am I even doing? I just let go. I will not
That is
continue
because
again.
yeah, because for me, wasting time on ungraded question,
hmm,
it doesn't work because if I'm going to still use it for my final question or for my
hmm.
final milestone, why not just go straight to my milestones assignment and just do them more straightforward than
Yes,
doing it twice. So for me, it's
yes.
just a waste of time anyway.
Yes. So I don't do it. So that seems me fine. And also sometimes also I usually I have one trick as well. So when some years ago I stumbled on an article that said that if somebody understood all the technicalities in this world, you're super good in computer, in medicine, in pharmacy, in engineering, in sciences, in astronomy, in literature, in culture, in music. If you know all those things, that you have just used 5% of your brain power. So, that was very, very shocking to me then, that year. Wow, just 5%. So the human brain has this huge capacity to know. Wow. So that always baffled me. So now, so why I mentioned that is I have this trick. If you sleep, I don't know if for me or I'm talking about myself now. So if I sleep and I woke up, I usually make sure that that energy in my brain and the energy in my body I use to read. Okay. So another thing that I don't like going to kitchen, but I love good food. I hate going to kitchen because I tell you, I would say the time I'm spending in the kitchen is a waste. I'd rather go and buy fast food. Sometimes bread and mayonnaise or bread and egg. I just do it like instead of spending 2 hours in the kitchen or 3 hours in the kitchen. So when I sleep and I just woke up, the human brain have very high power. There's an article that came across that the power in the human brain can light up a bulb. That's to tell you how much powerful it is. So that time, I usually use that time to study. So assimilation rate at that time is high. I understand things pretty high. So in that moment, if I took on a course, if I took on an assignment module, maybe like milestone 1 or milestone 2, and I just look at I read the course notes for that time. I will spend very less time. I'll spend very less time, maybe like just 30 minutes or 1 hour to quickly skim through the whole document, and I'll have that understanding. I'll have that understanding. So when you wake up, when you if you find a chance to sleep and wake up, If you can pick up your book, your assimilation rate will be higher. That's for me personally.
Okay, thank you very much.
That-
More questions.
okay, go.
So as this now, I'm looking at your result.
Okay.
So you indirectly influence how these courses were coming to you.
Okay.
You influence them, right?
No, I did not. Let me
No,
talk.
as in you told the success advisors to give you the cheaper ones first.
No, I actually didn't tell them. I actually didn't tell her. I just told her that I think the lady was smart. Maybe she was smart enough, like, or she used experience, or probably she has done it for someone else, so she just gave it to me too as well. So I just told her that maybe I
Is it that
can.
you're using one person? Could it be that you're using one person?
One person has okay, Camille. Oh, sorry.
Okay, come here.
Yeah, Camille Rivera. Sorry, apologies. So Camille
Okay, she's
Rivera.
the only one you are using, right?
No, she was the, so all this, yes, she, no, not that she's the only one. She was the
Yeah,
one
I think the
that,
way that I think so, yeah, sorry, Paul. I think the way it
oh,
works is that
mm,
when you join newly, so she
yes,
explained that to me as well. When you join newly, they will assign you to one personal source advisor
yes,
who would take you along the line and
yes,
see your progress. And the
yes,
moment you're finished, probably one or two courses,
yes,
you at liberty to be
Yeah.
assigned to any of the source advisor. That's
And
the way it works.
yes.
So if you wish to now pick her going forward, then that's
mm,
fine. You book sessions with her.
Yes,
all right. Okay, my
yes,
last question.
yes, go on, go on.
Okay, I saw badges. You
Mm,
have a lot of badges here.
mm, yeah.
What are they? What are they for? What are their
Okay.
uses?
Okay, so the batches are, I think they are the rewards for each course. So there are some courses that have badges as their reward. When you complete them, not all of them, but when you complete them, they'll give you some
Yeah,
badges. Yeah. So not all the courses, but they are there. So some of them have
yeah.
badges. Yes.
I received one recently when
Awesome.
I
Awesome.
finished my American Institute and
Aha.
Culture. I received one. So I
Great.
was wondering, is this part supposed? Am I supposed to put it in my box and then dust it each time anybody want to see or hear my credentials?
Some
So I just wanted
people
to know.
Some people upload it on LinkedIn. Once they receive a batch, they will upload it. But I was,
Okay.
yeah, so, but I kept my own. I was just quiet about
Mhm.
it. Let me quickly talk about that learning path again. So let me quickly talk about it. So Camille, yes, just like Mr. Nicholas mentioned. So Camille was, I think Camille was assigned to me when I joined. I asked her for a template of what the courses would look like. So she designed that one for me. So she was the one who designed it. She just gave it to me. So based on my own, so when I was going through the courses, then I realized that she made sure that the easy ones are they came in earlier. Why I'm saying this is because I remember one time when we were taking when I was doing course review for HRM 4250. This HRM 4250 is like my number 37 course. And somebody who just joined the university is already taking it. Somebody who has just spent like 1 month in the university. But me, I didn't, it never, I didn't come across it until like 37 course. But somebody is already there. And the guy was struggling. Like, hey, because those course concepts were really tough. It's like somebody taking 400 level course in 100 level. Okay, so it's critical. It's really important that the success advisor will design something for you. Okay, I think we should move. Can we move on now?
Yes, Paul. I think that's a good one. I think one of the things I would do, and which I'm sure everybody would want to do, is to reach out to a course advisor to also design a plan.
Yes.
Because what you
Yes.
just said is true. Sometimes you see a course like BUS 2125 and another course like CUS 1100. It's like you're doing another level course with a 200 level course. For me, that's the way it looks like. So if they can arrange the 111 or 100 courses for you, then followed by the two courses, the three, so it makes sense. It makes sense.
Exactly. That's it. You got it exactly.
Yeah.
It also means that the CU 110 are
Mm.
cheaper. They're like elementary courses. Is it possible that the code, the course codes here represent how easy and how difficult these courses are? Is it possible?
I think so. Because when you see HRL 4200, 4250, those courses they are really powerful. I can't lie to you.
That means we have to move the HR. What do you call it again?
HRL 42, those ones, don't start them here too. Move them back.
No, people like Charles will not want that one now. Please let them move it to 2023. This, in fact, November, December. No, I
You
know
are
you
finishing
very
in
well.
you are finishing in January, oh, because see, one of the things that I want to and I want all of us to do is basically by January 4th, 2023, we should be finishing this program, honestly.
It's
It's
doable.
possible. It's doable.
It's possible.
Perfectly doable. Perfectly
Yes.
doable.
Yes.
Tosin, what course are you doing now?
Well, so I'm enrolled to 3 courses. So presently I'm on, let me even check now, sir. I know they just gave me statistics.
When did you start?
I started October.
Okay, we
You know.
started the same time.
Yeah, so I'm currently doing statistics 1300, and cultural communication 2200, and international business and culture 2100.
That's 3 courses you intend to cover within a month.
Yes.
I didn't even know that my mates are doing
No, I've always
courses.
been on 2, but presently I just felt like, man, when I saw my friend's result yesterday, Paul, I was like, this guy is doing 4. Please, I
I'm
just called
telling you.
I just had a call with my social advisor. I said, please, can you add 1 more to my course? Let me see the grade self. Then I will know if I can do it or not. So even when I started the 2 courses every month, and they first told me that I'm going to do it for a time. I asked what's a time. They said it's going to be 60 days. I said I don't like a time being 60 days. 2 courses. Can't I do them?
Yeah.
Can't I do them for 1 month? They said, why not? If I finish them, I reach out to them and I follow my professor as well up to make sure she grade them as early as possible.
Exactly.
And that's one of my questions.
Nicolene was always
Paul,
kind of.
how did you manage that woman in Nicolene? Because her procrastination is very, very annoying.
Okay. So let me say something regarding that. I think I took like 2 courses. She supervised like 2 courses for me, Nicole. And then I think then when I joined, the workload wasn't much, so we're not so much in university. Unlike now that I think there are a lot of people. You see somebody if you go to the school's websites now and say you want to join, and you pay your application fee, they might tell you that hey, you'll be joining around May or April because there are a lot of people already. So right now, I think there are a lot of work. When we started, it wasn't that much. So I didn't have issue with that. And I think because of my own speed, because of my own pace, so I didn't get to experience it. Like I think our course was easy for me. I think nutrition, she one time she took me, like she supervised nutrition course for me one time. Like I just breezed through that one, like 2 weeks or 3 weeks done. Just dump all the assignments answers there, and I moved on. So it gave her time to actually grade it. So I didn't have time. But I remember one time that I saw her email. She sent an email to people in the class that, hey, I'm sorry if I've not graded your question. I'm sorry. And somebody told me that I think she lost somebody that she loved. Somebody close to her died. So maybe she has psychology. She might have, you know, pressure. Her mind might not be
Yes,
really fully.
emotional stress.
And even owing to the fact that there are now high number of people in the university. So our workload, I also presume that our workload will have increased.
Yes.
So what you can do is this. What you can do is this. Because I did this in December. So in December, there was this. So I was taking my specialization courses in December, 4 courses, uh, supply chain management and e-commerce. And the professor was pretty great in man. I felt so encouraged, man, and I wow, 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 wow. In that December, I took 5 courses. So I saw that that professor was just great. He was just great. Now I now sent him an email on like December 20, like, hey, would you be going for Christmas holiday? Please, I need to round up my courses in December, and I don't know if you'll be on holiday so that I can rush everything and just submit them. He told me that don't worry, once you submit, once you are done, just submit it, I'll get it. And trust me, this man was grading my courses on December 26th to December 27th, December 20. He was coming, he was coming. Professor Michael Mandiko, he was coming to class, he was grading my courses like, wow, this is really good. Like 4 hours after I submitted, he's graded. Bam, Professor Michael Rodriguez was also like that. I think Michael Rodriguez really, really helped me with that one because I took a lot of courses sometime. He really, really helped. This man doesn't waste time. He does it. He's
And that guy is
very,
very tough too.
yeah, he's very proactive. So that one. So for Nicolene, I think if you need her help, you may need to talk to her. Okay, so if you're taking a course, you may need to talk to her ahead, like, hey, so if you are taking a course in February now, you may need to talk to her like, hey, sorry, I'm moving a little bit fast. Please, and I'll need your help to help me grade my assignment. So if you raise up your hand, like, hey, you tell her ahead, like, I will need your help. She might have a special she will have a special consideration for you. But if you don't say anything, she will believe that everyone is the same. Then they might wait. They might wait and wait and wait. Man, somebody nearly gave me a heartbreak. I nearly had a meltdown in November. I did one course. It lasted on my dashboard for like 2 months. What is the problem? I have to find out. I have to go. It got to another point. I have to go and find that professor on Facebook. Please, please. I was just like, I kept on sending emails. I kept on saying, not responding. So I had to go and find him on Facebook and beg him, please just help me grade the people. Because they can tell you that, well, because the term is 2 months. So even if I don't grade them now and I grade them 2 months later, it's still okay. But it will delay you that want to move fast. So if you require your courses being graded early, it's advisable that you have a one-to-one with that professor and say, tell them your concern. They are human beings too, and they understand. Okay, they are human beings too, and they understand. So just let the person know that, hey, I'll need your help here. They will do it, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. And I think another thing that I also advise is that for Nicolene, you can always reach out to her on Teams. If you type her name, it will come out. I think she responds faster on Teams. For me, I do that a lot. I chat them on Teams.
Okay.
Then if they don't grade your courses earlier, another thing that I was told by the source advisor is that you can reach out to the sources advisor. Then the
Yes.
sources advisor will reach out to the professor in charge.
Yes.
So it makes it faster. So if you see that you're sending a mail, you're reaching onto him or her on Teams, no response, no gradings, just reach out to your sources advisor. They will contact the professor and explain your learning path to them, so they would quickly
Yes.
grade them. Yeah.
It's true. It's true. I did that too.
Okay. Sorry, Paul.
Okay.
What usually happen each time you finish your course, you're done with your assignment,
Yes.
and then you submitted.
Yes.
Does the next course open automatically, or you have to inform the success advisor to open another course for you? Because of the way you are, the pace, and observing that we all have these challenges of of not being graded on time, and that tends to delay the next course from opening. So
Exactly.
how do you inform them ahead that, okay, within 2 days I'm going to round up with this course, I need the next course open, you know, give them information before you finish your course? How do you go about it?
Okay, so this is how I go about it. So there are usually 6 assignments in a course, and expectation is that you should complete it in like 6 weeks. So, but what I do is I make sure that I submit my the sixth assignment, which is the final project, at least on the 25th day of that month, so that if I have to put pressure on the professor who will grade it, or if I have to talk to success advisor, there is ample time. So sometimes, so I give reactions and so it's on me. So if I realize that, especially if I found out that the professor is someone who takes a longer time to grade, I will make sure that I submit those assignments earlier, at least on the 25th day of the month. I have submitted assignment 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then the professor normally the professor will see it and grade it. So the professor has about between that 25th until like the 4th day of the next month, which is like 9 or 10 days. The professor has time to react, to grade all the 6 assignments if at all he hasn't graded any. But that rarely happens. I only experienced that with one professor who would not grade. Every other person graded. So if you can submit your sixth assignment on 25th of the month, before 38th of that month, they will have graded it. So immediately they graded it, I think 4 hours later, 4 hours after they graded it, your new course will automatically load.
Is there any time at all you have to use the what is the name? This
Success advisor.
resources, no resources, assignment, the resource, the assignments
Mhm.
on the resources? I don't know. Do you understand what I mean?
There's a resource tab, right, on the homepage.
Yes. Tosin, the resources that Martins just posted today, that
Sample assignments.
exactly, sample assignments. Do you
Okay.
usually use those sample assignments?
Okay.
Because from what we're hearing now, it's like they are lifting up that particular resources. So we won't have anything like that again. So do you usually use that, or is there any other thing you use that also help you to, especially, this at times the questions can just come looking like very confusing, but when you look at this sample assignments, you are consoled. You know, okay, this is exactly how they want me to arrange this thing. So the questions at times they are just so confusing. So is there any other resources you look at aside this sample assignments, so that we can maybe fall back on those resources?
Okay. Okay. So this is what I did when I was in university. When I joined, the sample assignments were still available. So, like you said, if I'm confused, if I do not understand what is expected of me, the question, I'll look at the sample assignment there. I'll have an idea of what I'm supposed to do. But at the time, I think around May or June last year, the sample assignments were taken off, so they were no longer available. So now, so after that, if I had issue trying to understand the question, what I would do is, so I will break things down myself. So I'll break sometimes if like in a sentence, if I have a question that just one sentence, you will not believe that I have to break down each word in those sentences. In that sentence, each word, I have to break it down and simplify it myself. I make sure that I understand that. Okay, this is exactly what. And like I mentioned earlier, so if in a sentence, if a question is a sentence and I don't understand it, I'll copy the keywords and I'll go and paste it on YouTube. I'll watch a YouTube video of somebody who has explained. I usually find 100% of the time, I find a resource, somebody who has talked about or who has taught another person about that concept, be it on Investopedia or YouTube or LinkedIn or just an article on the internet, I usually find it there. So what I usually do is I'll make sure that I have so and I said again that sometimes I read this course material like 3 times or 4 times before I understand them too. So it's no magic. It's just hard work. So if you read it the first time, you don't understand it, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. So what I do is I'll make sure that I sleep. When I wake up, when my brain power is higher, not only when I sleep, sometimes I go and buy it. So I also did this one when I was doing my ND. I'll buy condensed milk. I can tell you that condensed milk improves brain power. It gives brain power. Condensed milk, walnut.
Really?
Yes, yes.
Is it the same condensed milk in Nigeria that is over there? Because you know, say condensed gets the one we have here, they are very watery. I don't know how active if your own is really condensed. This one's
So
here,
The
they're
one,
you're
just
taxing your country.
the one Paul is talking about is raised to power 2, so it's not.
because this is my first time hearing that condensed milk helps the brain.
It helps
So,
for me. It helps. So condensed milk, walnut, and sleep and games. Can I tell you that? See, I love playing games with Angry Birds. Do you know that game, Angry Birds? It's so interesting.
on your
because-
phone.
Yes, it will make you to be thinking. Football. I have it on my
Exactly.
phone. Football. Which other game again?
That's something they used to say, all work without play. When
I'm
you do a
telling
lot of
you.
work, just find something else to
I'm telling you.
Distract
distract
yourself.
yourself a little. Yeah.
Yes, it helps the brain power because once you are looking at the game, you'll be thinking like, what do I need to do? How do I need to do? What do I need to do? Especially football, who do I need to pass to? How do I break this defense? How do I score? Blah, 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 blah. So as you are doing that thing, you are actually pumping the brain power, your brain
Sharpening
power.
the
Yes,
brain.
yes. So once you I have I can confess to you that I have struggled to understand. That's what I do now. If I'm struggling to understand the question, I'll just pick my phone, or maybe I'll watch a video. Then
Yeah.
immediately I'm done, I'll go back to that thing. Then I'll look at it again and say, okay, so this is what I'm supposed to do. Honestly,
Exactly.
honestly.
I do that too.
Okay, so if there's a question that you are spending more time to answer, break it down, simplify the question. First of all, simplify the question. Make sure you understand it. Okay. Then if the texts are not interesting, of course they're not usually interesting. You watch a YouTube video, listen to somebody who has talked about that concept, who has talked about it. Or worst case scenario, I did this one time, like I sent an email to the professor like, hey, I don't know, I'm at crossroads. How do I go about this? I don't know what. But you can't rely on them because they might reply you in like 4 days or 5 days when it doesn't add value again. So I that's the least option that I usually do. And I seek help. So I also seek help with other learners as well. Like they can explain to me. So I'll ask somebody like that's why you see people coming on the WhatsApp page like, hey, I need help, module 5, BUS 2200. Who has completed it? Who has submitted it? It's okay to do that thing. Okay, let somebody explain to you how they were able to scale through with their own course. Can I tell you that there was a time when statistics, I was taking statistics course and I have struggled for like 3 days. I was on the same spot for 3 days and no more past it. Then I'm telling you, I just look at the number of my friend list on the school dashboard. Then I saw one lady there. Then I sent an email like, please, I'm struggling. I don't know what I will do. Then we did a call, and she just explained to me. Oh, she explained what I knew already. Like she didn't know this one and this one. I said yes. She now said, okay, so this one and this one. Then just that moment, and she just said, hey, just that like 2 minutes that she and I talked, it just opened my brain, and I was able to grab it. Honestly, so it's okay to seek help, to ask other people for help. It's okay to do it.
Hi, Paul.
Actually,
Hello, sir.
actually,
Yeah, talking about seeking help.
Mm.
our poll. So we are here now. This is like a small room and parlor. You
Yes.
understand?
Yes.
Exactly. So there are some times that you would also need to help us and most of the guys here,
Okay.
because while you're in the university,
Guys and babes. Huh?
We
Tosin,
are all
babe, they
guys.
here.
you know that what we do is to get from our senior colleague and say, please borrow me that your book that you used for that course in 200 level now. Let me use it.
Yes, I was about
So
to
so
say
there are
that.
times, yeah. So there are times you might have to
Borrow.
sacrifice, yeah, and borrow us your course material and probably maybe your test results. Let's just use it to we just want the point is
Okay.
so when somebody understands the way, you understand the way, you understood the way, you've gone through a lot of these struggles, you've gone through a lot of things. We are going to go through those things too, but it makes it easier because we have a shoulder to lean on now. We have
Yeah.
somebody to look up to and say, oh, this man has done it and has done it well. All right.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
it's going to be good for us to tap from that knowledge, you
Yes.
understand, and
Yes.
as much as we can dip into you and get whatever. And I think you should be
Help.
willing to also help the guys here too,
Yes.
considering that now that there's no resources and I sampled assignment for a lot of people. A lot of people will struggle with some things. Some people are not really good in mathematics. They might need you to just, or can you just share with me what you did while you were doing this your assignment, and we could just help them walk through.
Okay.
So it's not going to be like for us, for me, basically, I would not want you to see it like, oh, copy and paste on my, no, no, no. But of course, it's going to be like you're having this to run
Guide.
through and,
To
yeah,
guide
and
you.
guide
Yeah.
you
Yes.
and guide you for future yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Yeah.
Because of
So
course we all know the consequence of copying and pasting. So there's no even
Definitely.
how
thank
we
you.
can just want to copy, lift up your whole work and paste. That would
Okay.
be dangerous.
Thank
And Paul, I want to add to what Tosin said. It's
you.
like we're taking permission ahead before, so that
Okay.
you'll be aware that anytime we're going to knock on your door, we
Okay.
will, please.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
and again, before I forget, you said something about that the resources, that there was a time they stopped giving you assignments,
Yes.
as in resources from the resources,
Yes.
because that was what Martin said today.
Mm.
So that means it's possible that it's not just a new trend. It happens to every student. Maybe at a
Yes.
particular time they will stop giving you that resources so you can move on your own. Is it possible?
Yes. But let me ask, are those resources still available now?
I
Some
still have
courses?
those resources. I don't know about every other person.
No, on your
I
own
have
dashboard, not the
No,
one
no, no, no.
somebody
No,
downloaded.
sample assignments are not available
sample
again.
assignments.
So
Yes.
it's gone
Not
forever.
available. It's gone.
Somebody must have downloaded it and kept it. It's gone. Yeah. So
It's
Is
gone
it is
forever.
it the new which platform are you using? Is it the new this thing they just uploaded? Because
Canvas.
I'm still, yes, I'm still using the old one and the
I
sample
prefer the old
assignment is
one
there.
too. I'm still using the old one. I prefer the old one.
Okay, but so you can. I think a lot of people will not be able to use the old one if you are getting your new courses. It's just as simple as that. So you would have, yeah, you would have to move. They will move you to the new one. I'm going to share the URL with everyone now on the group chat, but you won't be able to use the old one again.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, no,
It's my
no
bad.
worries. So, no wahala, no wahala. With our initial discussion, I think we can arrange. We usually do this. We did this in September last year. We did it like 4 times. We can do course reviews. So I can do guiding with course reviews. So course reviews will be, so if you have a particular course and there's a particular assignment that you're trying to understand, we can do a video call. I can share my screen. I can show you how I was able to understand the question and the concept that I used to answer those questions. I can show those ones to you. I think these ones they are legal and they are not criminal. So we can do that one. So that's like guiding you through with the
That would be
assignment.
very nice.
Yes. I think Mr. Daniels wants to say something. see that you wanted to say.
No, nothing more. I'm actually enjoying all you guys are saying.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Paul, I think that would be very nice because I noticed that a lot of the students here are quiet, and it's possible that some are frightened, some are scared, some don't even know how to go about this whole thing. So on my own, really, I am very, very sensitive to how these our fellow students are feeling. Just a little push can go a long way. A lot of them need encouragement. Each time I hear somebody saying I want to quit, I get so emotional because I know what it means to to start and get to this length. So I don't even want to hear that kind of language. So we have to just carry everybody along, encourage as many as we can.
Yes.
It is just part of the work expected of us from even God Himself,
Yes.
to help to lift each other.
I agree.
So it's a noble thing to do.
I agree. 100%.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's good.
Yes, we will do that. Okay, can I move on?
Yes, you can.
Let me ask, where do you want us to stop? Maybe you have other things you need to do. Is 30 minutes okay? Like in 30 minutes time?
Even 2 hours is okay by me. I don't know about Tosin and the
Okay,
rest.
okay, yeah. So I think we should just plan to finish probably 20 minutes
Okay.
or 10 minutes to 10, so that
Okay.
I think we've gotten a lot. Then of course we still have other times that we can meet and still discuss.
Hmm.
We can't do
No,
all these sessions
I
today.
hope Paul is not walking away now. He's
no,
going
no,
to be
no,
there.
I'm not working.
Okay, fine.
No, I'm not.
As in from the WhatsApp group, you've come to
No,
stay.
I've come to stay.
Fine. So that means when we start crying, you'll be there to console us.
No, I'm here.
All right. Thank
And
you.
I'm thankful and I'm happy to be among you.
Mm.
Really happy.
We
Okay.
are happier.
Okay. So that one, so if I have to talk to a professor, if I have a course that is urgent, where I will need a professor, because so things that are critical for you to move, for you to move fast is once, so first you need to have an overview of all the courses that you want to do, plan them out. Maybe I think in the group, I think in the WhatsApp group, I will share my own template that the success advisor created for me, Kame created for me. So I will share it. So I always look at it. I already know the courses I'm taking next month. Okay. So make sure that you finish your assignment 25th day of the month, max all your assignments. Then your professor will have time to react. If I think the maximum day is like the third day or the fourth day of the next month. Your new course should load. If it doesn't load in the third or fourth day of the next month of the new month, you have to wait for second for the next month. You will see that in my transcript in September, I only took one course. If you look at it very well, there was one professor that delayed me. I'm like, Jesus, I'll just wait this month. That September, I felt like I wasted $100 and $90 that I paid. So, because somebody did not grade my assignment on time. So you have to make sure that they grade on time. And okay, so I want to tell you this: cut off distractions. Okay, you need to plan your 24 hours. Plan your 24 hours. I tell you, I was so conscious of of 1 minute. I was so conscious of 1 minute. Like, I always come back to my conscious like, Paul, what are you doing? What are you doing? So you're just here. You're just sitting down here. You're just laughing with these people. When you have things you need to do, I'll be talking to myself internally like, what the heck are you doing here, Paul? Like, hey, stop that. So, so you need to also develop that mindset, okay, and know that it could be hard. I can tell you it could be hard, but it is doable. It could be challenging, but it is doable. And do this also. Try and reward yourself. I always reward myself. So if I have little achievements in my career, I reward myself. Sometimes So I will look at it like, okay, uh, if I can take like 3 courses, then that means, I mean, I saved more than 3,000 US dollars. That's a lot of money in Nigeria, about $3,500. Now, if I were here now, if I've not completed my course, I'll be paying $120 per month, something that I pay $90 for, because they jacked up the value, they've jacked up the cost now. So imagine that I've been slow. I was taking 1 course per month, 1 course per month. She no be juju with that. Problem don't happen like that. So now that so now that I'm already out, is good for me. So if you make a little weight, like maybe you studied very hard and you got a good grade, reward yourself. I reward myself sometimes with food, because that will help me. I reward myself with food. And good enough for me. Where I'm living is a little bit far from town, so even though if I'm living in the town, I secluded myself. So it's like people around me were like, what are you doing, guy? What are you doing? I'll go to work with swollen eyes because I didn't sleep. I'll go to work with red eyes because I've been reading also. I can show you I can show you the number of eyeglasses that I've bought. And I'm just trying to so that it can prevent computer rays from entering my eye, because I'll keep on looking at my computer for hours throughout the day. So now, one other thing, make sure you have your study room. It will help you to concentrate. Okay. Now, plan your time as well. Plan your time. Make sure. I think I also wasted time. I think I also wasted time on the internet. Because I'm on the internet, sometimes I'll be reading, I'll go to Facebook. I'll be reading, I'll go to YouTube. I'll be so I can't say I have this 1 hour and I'm using it to read all through. I try to do it sometimes, but it didn't work completely like that. So I will have to distract myself with something non-academic out, then I'll come back to academics. But I think some people have that capability where they can say, okay, this straight 3 hours now, this 3 hours straight down. I'm just reading my books. But if you are reading something and you don't understand it, it's better you leave it and do something else. Take a break, take a walk, listen to music. I love music. Oh, I love music. Oh. So I used to listen to music. Oh. I'll learn lyrics. I learn lyrics. I buy headphones. The headphones that I bought in now be like maybe six, because I want to escape from my environment. I would rather be listening to songs and be thinking, and I do not listen and I'm not distracted with what people are saying. Even if I'm the boss, if I'm in the boss, I'll be listening to music. I won't listen to noise. So as I'm listening to music, my mind will be thinking, ideas will be coming. What do I need to do? I tell you, when I'm at work, if I get back home, if I'm at work and I'm coming back home, I will have been thinking, once I get to go, great that you love music too, Mr. Charles. So I'll be thinking, once I get back home, what am I going to do? I'm just going to drop my bag, go to the bathroom. Then by 4:45, I am done. I need to eat. I'll rest. I'll sleep for like 2 minutes. I mean, for like 2 hours. Then when I wake up, I will, so I usually plan those things that way. It's worth it. It was hard for me, but I can tell you that it's worth. Now it's over now. It's over now. Thank God I'm still standing here. I didn't hurt myself health wise, so it's doable. Uh, and I tell you, if I were living with my parents, or if I'm studying full time without full time job, because I'm also doing full time job, and we spend 6 days a week, 11 hours a day. If I were not doing all of that, maybe I'll finish it in 9 months or 10 months. So, so uh, for you, cut off distractions, plan your 24 hours, and make sure that your mind is always ready. You know and know that there's a reward for you, and you should also celebrate all your little wins. Celebrate your milestones. Okay, celebrate your milestone wins. So if like you can plan ahead and say, okay, if I complete my course, if I can submit my course in, so it could be that you deny your friends like, hey, I can't go out, I'm sorry. you will see your lifestyle will change. You can't waste your time anymore. Trust me. So you can promise yourself that, hey, if I finish these three courses this January now, yeah, I mean this February, and I submit everything by the February 26th or February 22, I will buy myself a pack of ice cream, or I will buy a pack of chocolates, or I watch a movie. You know, I reward myself with watching a movie. I say, okay, boy, if you can do that, watch a movie. Nobody is beating me. Nobody is telling me that. Hey, but to tell you how I have to discipline myself, like until you submit those assignments, that's when you watch. That's when you get to watch a TV. Well, I mean, that's when you have the time to see a movie. So reward yourself, celebrate your little wins, seek for help. Uh, know that, so believe that it is possible. Okay, and it's okay to ask for help. Uh, the concept are interesting. Okay, I think it's more better now. The other thing with answering, where you get to one more thing with the answer that you will give to your professor is that you have to say those things in your own words. So first is if you're studying a concept, you have to read the concept, understand the concept, digest it, and bring it out in your own words. Once that happens, once you understand the concept, you can speak about that concept for 10 hours without looking at anything, without looking at the book. You just keep talking because you understood it. So try to understand it. And I think the courses were also interesting to me as well because yeah, so don't look at it like a burden. Don't look at it like a burden. Get interested in it. Know that there's a reward for you, uh, maybe because I have passion for politics, social sciences, and all of that, and things that have to do with humanities. When I read some things like some fact that wow, this is mind blowing. Wow. The last time I had that experience was in December, supply chain management, because I've already worked in the warehouse before in Nigeria. You know, I've already worked in the warehouse. So when I saw supply chain management, I had that specialization because I'm like, Jesus, wow. Look at all these things that we do. Okay, okay, okay. So they were really interested. Like that December, I was so eager to learn. Like, hey, I need to go. I need to go and pick my laptop. I need to go. Start reading now. I saved a lot of course references, a lot of course materials that the professor gave. I saved them on my laptop like that. I cannot afford to scroll over this one. I saved them. I keep reading. Okay. So that's it. Let me leave the floor open again. So you have something to say.
Okay, thank you very much, Sir Paul.
Welcome.
It's been very insightful so far listening to you. I really want to appreciate the time and the effort you've put to, being part of us. I say that I pray that God will continue to increase you on all
Amen.
sides. Yeah, so I think that we should have some of these thoughts. I mean, if I don't know who would dedicate the time and the effort to putting some of these thoughts on the platform for those who, are not part of us, just so they get a little insight of what was discussed. I say it's very useful, especially the part where, you can get to talk to your advisor to arrange your courses in a way you can progress, you can be progressive on them, if you understand me, like from the easiest to, the hardest.
Yes.
And on the second note, so I got a mail. I'm just saying the mail now from my not my success advisor, the professor Nikolai, or how is the name pronounced? I am so surprised. I submitted my final project for BOSS 1100 since 20th of January. I mean, Mary can attest to that because she was everywhere for me. I submitted it knowing that the deadline was 20th. Only that I did a mistake not to have attached the second part of the assignment. That's the PowerPoint slide. Okay, so I reached out to my advisor. My advisor told me to reach out to my professor via Teams and to inform her, which I did. So I got a response from her saying that I can submit the other part via Teams. I did that.
Mr. Charles,
And I'm sure she saw it because she gave me a thumbs up. Hello? Are you there?
Mr. Charles, looks like something
Yeah?
is breaking.
What?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
I can hear
Prob-
you, Charles.
Is
Yes,
it from my
Okay.
end?
All right.
I'm
Thank you.
hearing you too.
it should be from
Okay.
your side,
Is
Paul.
it from... Hello?
Hello, we
Yes,
can
Paul,
hear
we
you.
can hear you now. Yeah.
Wait,
We
wait,
can
wait.
hear you, Mr. Paul.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Yes,
hear you.
definitely.
Okay, let me go on. So I got an acknowledgement from her because I saw a thumbs up on the second part of the assignment saying that she has seen it, you know, only for her to send me a mail now telling me, Charles, let me read it just as she has quoted. So it doesn't
Okay.
look like, hello, Charles, where is the second part of your final project? The PowerPoint with your video. Please contact me urgently. It is best on Teams. I don't understand. And I've just gone on Teams now. She's not there. So I took a screenshot of our correspondence and sent it to her and told her I've submitted this since 20th of January, for heaven's sake. And you're coming back to tell me that I haven't submitted it. This is very annoying. This is very, very annoying.
Okay,
Did
so
you tell her that this is very annoying?
okay, no. So
No,
Charles, let me
I won't do
just
that now.
yeah. So
I
Charles,
won't do that.
let me jump in here before
Yes,
Paul
Charles.
comes in. So you need to be patient with Nicolene. Of course, a lot of us have said it times without number that she's a little bit probably, I don't know.
Practice. She's
Yeah, I don't know.
distracted. Yes.
I don't know. Yes, I'm just careful of the word to use. So please, you would just have to be just be careful with
Patience.
her. Yeah, reach out to her on things such as said, show her the conversation. You know, just because she can make you get angry. You know what? One of the things she did to me. Okay, I finally scored A in that course, so I called her, and I said, I'm in a very fast learning track that I will need you to grade my assignment earlier. She asked me all sort of questions. I answered. She had scored me A in the first module, and she scored me F in the next one. So I was wondering what was the mistake I did? Like I was wondering, like you scored me A already. Now because I called you and I told you I'm in a fast learning track, you just called me F. So I was so angry, I kept quiet. And actually that I said she didn't grade me for like 1 week again. You know, I submitted all my assignments. She said, why would I submit all my assignment that I need to follow? Because she has a lot of information she might want to give. So I didn't say anything. So she didn't grade me for like 2 weeks. And actually I said, please remember that we had a discussion and blah, 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 and I need to finish. So she scored me A, my course, my modules again. So I was wondering, how is this man doing this? I really don't understand. The one I did that she scored me F is not quite different from the one she's scoring me A, But what I've learned is just to be very, very patient with her and allow her to have her time. But I make sure I put my thoughts to her in a very well-mannered way so that she can know the importance of
Very
what,
important.
the importance of what she's doing. So while you are angry, you don't need to be angry on mail, you know that. So just send a very, like you're not really worried, but you are worried.
Each
So
time you
telling
are
her,
angry,
yeah,
just take a walk. Go and buy
exactly.
cheap
So
Coke and gala.
So just reach out to her. I know that when you reach out to her, she's going to respond to you. And if she's not responding to you, quickly reach out to your success advisor. They're like your dean of faculty, or what they call it. Yeah. So reach out to her, or instead of they would reach out to her rather, and everything will be sorted. So there's no problem.
And again, Mr. Charles, I think it's where I worked before, there's something we call managing your manager. Managing your manager. Your manager, you know what your manager wants, just give it to him or give it to her. No, you're the one who is studying here now. So if you know that you need to adapt with her a little bit. I think I would advise that you do that way. Mr. Charles has left. All right.
Yeah, just now he's not on this call again.
Okay.
So Paul, I
think
think
maybe he has mistakenly
exited.
gone off. Yes.
Mr. Olabilekonda, that this person hasn't spoken.
He has not said anything since.
Hello? Can you, are you there? Mr. Lekon?
Lekon Dada.
Let, let's go. Let's go. Right. Yeah, we can continue our discussion. That's fine.
Okay. All right.
Yes, yes.
So I think it's 9:50. All right.
I'm been listening.
Welcome.
Okay, no, just checking.
Thank you, Paul, for sharing your experience. I'm actually listening and also trying to
You're welcome.
finish up on my.
Okay.
I'm behind schedule. The week has been crazy, so I'm trying to catch up.
Okay. Okay, great. Great. Nice to meet you.
Yes, I can relate to the whole your schedule and everything will change. Like you're actually telling yourself, I'm supposed to be doing something right now other than leisure. A lot
Yes.
of things will change. A lot of people will get angry that you're not communicating, but you know why.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
and
That's it. Exactly. Exactly. All right.
Okay, Paul. So I think we've actually, it's been very, very good.
Okay.
It is very, very, very good. And of course, we've learned a lot. We've understood a lot. For me, I have learned a lot from all that you said. All that you said. I won't lie to you. And the same, and I know that everyone here as well have learned a lot. One thing I would just want to say, Mary, I think the next time we'll be having this call, I would want us to, and Lekon, that you're still here, and probably to Charles as well, if he comes back, or probably I'll just chat him up. Let's try as much as possible to, you know, what's that word now? Encourage our guys to join the call. So
Yes.
would be able to learn one or two things. I
Yeah.
know some people have left. I know some people have passed some levels, and some people are like, oh, what is saying? When I started with BUS 1100, a lot of people just left. Like, this guy starting from the beginning, but that's where he started from. So he needs to start
Okay.
from the beginning. You get, some people will just
Exactly.
you will just think like, I've passed this level. Tell us
Of course,
about the one in 400 level. No, that's
they
not the
don't know that it's a trend. He's going somewhere.
exactly.
Definitely.
Exactly. So we'll try as much as possible to encourage the other guys. We are all over 40 or something, or 50. I don't know. I've not counted.
Yeah.
Yeah,
56.
56. So we should
Wow.
encourage them to join
Okay.
this call whenever we are having this call. You
Okay.
understand? So
Yeah.
it helps us to grow, it helps us to be better, and it helps us
Yeah.
to finish by December. That's my plan. I want to finish by December. I don't want
Great.
to
December,
next year.
is it this year? This year, December, right?
This year December. I'm serious. I want to finish this year December.
It's
So
possible.
everything should
Yeah,
just I don't
because Mr. Paul started October
yeah,
2020.
yeah,
So
I think so.
it's like he did a year and 3 months, if I'm not right, if I'm not
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah, 15 months. Yes, 15
Yes.
15
months.
months. So it's achievable then.
It's
It is.
achievable.
It is.
Wow.
So
It is.
so let's just
Wow.
trust much possible. For people who are doing one course, increase it to two. For
Please
people
so.
doing two, increase it to three. Try your best, try your luck. Let's see. You can't fail all the courses, you can't fail one. All right,
Yeah.
Charles, welcome back. We know we found out you left also. Perhaps
Yeah,
the
thank you.
network,
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you very
Okay.
much.
So we'll be closing the Zoom. I think it's good we do that so that everybody can rest and have a good time.
Okay.
So parting words, Mr. Paul, Mary, Olamilekon, Wilson, Charles.
Are you a pilot?
I'm not a
Who?
pilot. What is
These are pilots because
Is it Charles?
No, 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 no.
This one he came shining his teeth. What happened?
you just won lottery now?
Happy, oh. He just disappeared and came back with white teeth. Fine boy, no pimple. Oh my God.
Thank
Charles,
you
don't
very
be
much.
angry with your lecturer, eh? Leave that babe. She'll be fine. She'll be
I'm not
fine.
even anymore.
Okay, good, good.
Okay, Tosi, when can we have this meeting again? Because as it is, we, as you said, we need to really make sure that we are always doing this. Maybe once
Yeah,
in
at
2
least.
weeks
Yes.
is very,
So
very necessary.
very, very necessary. What I would do is I would check if we can do a probably a call that will recall itself every week or every 2 weeks. Just check. If not, we'll keep sending the same probably. We'll send Zoom invite to everybody to join. And once in a while, Paul will join us as well
We
to give us
always
some
join.
insight. Yeah, okay, perfect. To give us insight on whatever assignment. Because everybody is not on the same learning path. So there are sometimes that we might have like 4 or 5 people doing different assignments, and we need different insight to all those assignments. So that would also be of help. I think I will look at it. We'll schedule. Would fix that calendar, and would work with it.
Okay, one request, Mr. Paul.
Yes, ma'am.
Very soon I'll be knocking on your door for that statistics. Very
Okay.
soon. I definitely need someone to just be wiping off the tears from my eyes. Because I
Okay.
don't want anything that will make me to overcry. I don't want it. So just be at alert. I will knock on your door anytime, as in
Yes,
from now.
yes. Okay.
Thank you so much, guys.
All right. Thank you, Paul. Thanks,
Thank
everyone.
you, everyone. Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Thank you.
And Paul, how is
Have a
cold in
nice day.
Canada? You said you're in Canada. How is cold?
No.
UAE, rather.
UAE.
Oh, okay. It's always hot in UAE now.
I pray I get to Canada, but now
And
it's so much.
why you pray to go to Canada now?
Why not? Canada
You
is
are
better.
basically in abroad. Any abroad is abroad now.
Nah.
Even if it is Cotonou,
My brother.
if it is Ghana, is
brother.
abroad.
My brother, this
But I
place
think
is
I
better
think
Guys,
yeah, that's honestly, it's
So
better.
UAU is a good country. It's just it's a
That's
Muslim
that's
country.
that's Dubai, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you a Muslim?
No, I'm not. I'm a Christian.
Okay, I can imagine. Maybe it's the so much religious fanatism over there. I think
No,
that's
they
I'm
are
not
why.
very
sure.
liberal.
No, I'm not sure. You see, I think for those people, they had a lot of Western can I say,
They
I
are
don't know, mix.
enlightened.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
mixed up with the Western world a lot. So if you see a lot
exactly.
of people in Dubai, they're neither Muslim nor whatever.
And they
They're
tolerate
just,
people.
they tolerate people. They
They
are just
understand.
liberal, like the way Paul
Yeah.
says. So you can go there, come back. You don't hear of bomb blast there, like the way you will
Mhm.
hear it in Iraq or Iran.
Exactly.
And they do their normal thing. But so they are the rich Muslims, they are the wise Muslims.
I'm very
Yeah,
educated.
enlightened. Yeah.
Very educated. Look at the
Wow.
innovations and the infrastructures they are actually pulling down
It's a
there.
huge. It's a huge.
And
It's
you know what? That
Mm.
whether we like it or not,
Mm.
that environment affected Paul's zeal towards his studies.
Exactly.
Because
Yes,
when
it
you are in the
does.
midst of very educated people, you
Exactly.
tend to be motivated.
You
You will
will.
not feel comfortable just
You
remaining
will.
where you are.
Yes,
So
you
I
will.
attribute that to why he had to put in this effort towards
Yes.
education. So I
Yes.
say that to say this, Tosi, you and I need to move to Canada. Nigeria is enough.
Mesh.
I'm moving to. We'd rather go to USA once and for all, so that we will not be passing border up and down.
Anywhere, let us just move.
Mesh. Zin.
That's
Do,
that's
do,
just the truth.
do you know that thing you mentioned there is true? Because sometimes when we're coming back from work, I'll be looking through the window of the bus and I say, go on. Okay, so I'll look through the window, then I'll say, all these places are deserts, dry lands. These are the places that nobody should be living. No
Exactly.
rain, nothing everywhere hot. But look at it. People are begging to come here. See what these guys have transformed. I'm
So
telling
the
you.
question is, what did they do?
Yeah, so it's
That is
always
the question.
inspirational to me, just like you said.
Yeah.
Water, there's
See,
water here 247. Rain doesn't fall. There's water here, water to
you know,
drink.
you
Water
talked
to
about
bath.
unlimited data. You talked about
Yes, unlimited
unlimited
Wi-Fi.
power supply.
Yes.
Imagine if you don't have data,
Yeah.
how will you complete your assignment?
Problem.
Wow.
Imagine.
So
In
that means
Nigeria, you need to be
you're not
begging.
buying the data, right?
No, I'm buying like value of like 5,000. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's
Imagine, and it's
unlimited.
unlimited.
I can use up to
In
like.
Nigeria, in Nigeria, you use a monthly data for 1 week.
Can you
Mm,
That
imagine?
is
I
exactly.
swear.
you would imagine how they call it monthly data, but you're going to use it for 7 days.
For 7 days. I fight
I
my
don't
children
get it.
with my own. I share my own with my children.
Can
They have their
imagine
own laptop. Before you know it, the data will be you and I'll be
it will be
wondering.
off. So it's a lot of, the system itself is, it's not, the system itself is not helping. Our leaders are not helping. But of course, we'll only find our way out of the country and leave them with their.
Please, we have to.
Everybody wants to jackpot.
Japa. That's it.
Anywhere now where
Wow.
Anyway, honestly, even Ghana, people are even enjoying Ghana.
Ghana is
It's so
better than
bad.
Nigeria.
Very,
Can you
very, very,
imagine?
very better.
Ah.
Oh,
Can you imagine?
All right, guys. I think I need to.
Okay.
Thanks so much.
All
Thanks,
right.
everyone.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
yes.
Thank you,
Thank you for
Mr.
your
Night.
time.
Madam
Bye.
Lepo, Mr. Lepo, Madam Mary, and Mr. Nicholas. Thank you.
We appreciate your
Bye.
time.
Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right. Bye.
And lastly, what time can we really get you on WhatsApp? What time can we, in case we want to have your time to show us your computer, maybe one-on-one or in group? What
Okay.
time? As in use Nigerian time now.
Okay. I'm usually free on Fridays, throughout. I'm free on
Throughout.
throughout Fridays. Then during the weekdays, I think we can have communication a day before. And I'll look at what I will do the next day and schedule a plan. So if we were to talk tomorrow now, if we have a discussion today, I can look at what's going on and I'll tell you the time that I'll be free.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you so much.
You're
God
welcome.
bless you.
Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm trying
Yes,
to
we will.
do something.
We will.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Have a
Bye bye.
Good
Bye
night.
bye. Good night.
Take care. Bye.
All right.